Okay, we're going to be taking a look at the Panthers pushing for a deal with Baker Mayfield. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and let me know what you want me to discuss next on the channel. I kind of understand where the Panthers are coming from. I mean, it's the mini camp now, and they're probably ready to get Sam Darnold out of there. Um, Personally, I think the Browns are going to wait again to see what happens with the whole Deshaun Watson situation. And I also think the Panthers sort of want to wait to see if maybe Cleveland will pay some of that $18 million contract that's owed to Baker Mayfield. I also possibly could see Sam Darnold being swapped to Cleveland for Baker Mayfield because they both have around they're both $18 million contracts, so they're pretty close in pay. My only thing is also if Baker does go down there, his real only weapon is Christian McCaffrey. If Christian McCaffrey gets injured, Baker Mayfield is going to be essentially doing the same things that he was doing in Cleveland, minus taking them to the playoffs. But me personally, I if he goes to the Panthers, I don't see it being a long term thing. I see the Panthers either try to trade him or release him within the next 2 years, in my personal opinion, only because I can only see them again without Christian McCaffrey, maybe going 5-12. I just can't see Baker carrying the Panthers to the playoffs the way that he did the Browns, and especially if they somehow did manage to luck out in their division, which is basically impossible with Tampa Bay. I'm not going to say impossible, but with Tampa Bay and New Orleans in that division, it's just very unlikely. But even if Baker did somehow luck out and manage to get the Panthers to the wild card, I'm not necessarily sure that they would even have what it took to compete on a playoff level. But again, you let me know in the comment section what you think about this whole Baker Mayfield situation. We've discussed him a lot on the channel, and it's looking like, in my personal opinion, I think he's going to stay with Cleveland. I think he's going to wind up starting with Cleveland. I think Cleveland's going to pay him, and then if Deshaun Watson comes back later in the season, maybe they'll. I doubt they'll just release him. They'll probably trade him, but we're gonna have to wait and see.
Jonathan Jones, who reports and covers the NFL over on CBS, has tweeted out the following. As mini camps begin today for the Browns and Panthers, trade talks between the teams continue surrounding Baker Mayfield. The issue right now is salary. He went on to say that there's urgency on Carolina's side to execute the deal soon so Mayfield can get some time in with minicamp with the Panthers. For the Browns, it's the best offer they have. Talks ongoing. Smoke, fire, makes sense. This lines up here, Donnie, and feels like maybe Baker to Carolina could be something that plays out sooner than later.
Yeah, and it should play out sooner or later. And I think you hit the key topics there. Minicamp starts for both. So if you're Baker Mayfield, you're going to show up at the Browns minicamp there in Ohio, or do you want to show up in a minicamp where you actually have a legitimate chance to be a starting quarterback to learn that offense? And we've said, look, if you're Baker Mayfield and you want to start next year, what's the best pathway to doing that? Get into a camp or an OTA as soon as possible. Not let the Browns say, well, we're just going to hold you here. We have to pay you anyway. So whether or not we release you today or a day before the season, it's going to cost us exactly the same thing. And the good thing about Baker Mayfield is he's not worried about financial stability, right? If he goes and moves on to another team, he still has $20 million guaranteed coming to him this year. But if you want to make more money in the near future, you want a legitimate chance to start. So getting into camp with the Carolina Panthers would make a lot of sense. And quite frankly, don't give me, oh, he's got to battle Sam Darnold. No, you're not bringing in Baker Mayfield if you think Darnold was obviously the leader in the clubhouse to be your quarterback. They're looking for other options, and it seems like a good fit here. Future-wise, will it work for Baker? I don't know, but he's probably the most talented guy the minute he shows up to play at OTAs or minicamp or whatever down in Carolina.
I do. I agree. Again, I mean, I if you're Matt Rule, I could definitely see you being in an urgent situation to get Baker Mayfield, especially watching Sam Darnold in the OTAs. Personally, I mean, I'm not even just personally. I think anyone would agree that Baker Mayfield is a much better quarterback than Sam Darnold. I've heard people try to argue Sam Darnold hasn't had a chance to really show what he's capable of because Christian McCaffrey got injured last season. But I think anybody just watching football would be able to tell that Baker Mayfield is a better quarterback than Sam Darnold. But again, him going down to Carolina, I'm not sure we've seen Sam Darnold, Cam Newton in the previous season, and it just doesn't seem like if he went down there, he would have much going for him. But we're gonna have to wait and see. I also don't think that if Carolina really wants to go ahead and acquire him, I don't think it's smart for them to try to wait and see if Cleveland is gonna pay whatever or however that wants to go. So I think if they want him, they should go ahead and get him again, get him playing with these guys in the offseason and getting him ready. You don't, like they said, you don't want to just trade him like and have him become a Panther the day before the season starts. You know, you want to give him a chance to get adjusted, playing, meeting his new teammates, spending time with them, etc. So you let me know in the comment section what you think. Let me know if you think that Baker will wind up in Carolina soon. Let me know if you think he's going to stay with Cleveland. Just let me know what you want me to talk about next also on the channel. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you.